you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Officer Cannon, Cannon.
Okay, thank you, Officer Cannon. So, are you familiar with rideshare?
Rideshare. Yeah.
How familiar are you with it?
Fairly familiar. We have contact with them. I work the midnight shift, so we have periodic contact with them because they pick up fares in our town.
Okay. Do you use rideshare yourself?
I do not. No.
No?
No.
Never used it?
No.
How about your kids? Do kids use it?
My kids do. Yeah.
What's your opinion of rideshare?
I think, for the most part, it's pretty good service. We've had a good experience with it on a personal level. On a professional level, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
I think on a personal level, it's worked out well for my family. It's been convenient.
Uh-huh.
But on a professional level, I've got kind of mixed opinions about it.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about how that's impacted your job?
I think, okay, so I think to say like the positive impacts that it's had is certainly I think that in my experience, in my contact with them, it's been good because it seems like it's getting more drivers off the road that are otherwise maybe driving intoxicated. So I think that's probably helping. That's probably the big plus for it. But I think that there's a couple negatives that I see. One of them being that a lot of times with the rideshare, opposed to when we had taxi cabs would actually be on a cab stand that were lined up at the end of the night. My town has a lot of bars on them, on a main drag through town, so the cabs would line up at bar closing. We don't have that anymore. So now with the rideshare, you use an app on your phone and find a car that's going to come pick you up. So the problem that we have is that after the bars let out, now you've got an added congestion on the main drag with people that are waiting for those cars to come and pick them up, opposed to just walking out and getting into a taxi cab. So now they're standing around waiting. And I see the potential for fights and things like that when you got a lot of intoxicated people in one area. The potential rises for fights and disturbances and things like that.
Okay. Have you had any encounters with any other rideshare drivers?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes into another downfall that I see with the program, and that is that you have a lot of drivers that aren't familiar with the area, that otherwise would have never had any contact with our town at all, that are coming in to pick up fares. So some of the problems that we find are drivers that aren't familiar with the area are now driving the wrong way down one-way streets, or getting stuck in dead ends, using alleys to get back to the main drag and things like that. So we have contact with them in a traffic-related manner, just the way they're driving. And then also, from time to time, maybe trying to make that fare happy and excessive speed by the drivers. We found that to be a problem. So it's those are a couple of the things that we've dealt with. So I've dealt with them in that area, just as traffic related.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Can we stop for just a minute? I want to reset this camera for a second. ISO.